for the mainline design in TURBOdesign Pre, we start by selecting the machine type, which is Sirocco fan in this case. Then the next section is the specs tab, where of course we have selected both the impeller and volute components for a full stage design. Then we need to input the design point specifications, which is the total pressure rise, rotational speed, and the flow rate, which is generally part of the customer specs. And the working fluid in this case is air. And then if you enter your impeller size, which you can get from your TD Pre report, for example, then we have this cordia diagram here, which immediately shows that this design sits close to the cordia line, and so the given specs can lead to a high performance Sirocco fan. Then the next section is stage composition, where we specify some more details about the different components. So starting with the impeller, we need to specify the inlet hub diameter, which is only used for the mainline calculation, since Sirocco fans usually don't have a shaft at the inlet. It's also possible to specify the ring clearance and the blade thickness, and some optional parameters to impose various inlet and outlet dimensions and the number of blades, but we can also let TD Pre decide the optimum values for us. And there is also an option for 2D export, which will let you take a strictly two-dimensional approach to your blade design in TURBOdesign 1. And then for the volute, we can see that the default settings from TD Pre are quite good, such as a rectangular symmetric section, which is most commonly used in these fans, the fast linear calculation method, a sizing parameter of 1 for perfect conservation of angular momentum, and some other dimensions for the discharge tube. And we don't really need to change anything in the convergence parameters, and then we can run the calculation. And in just a couple of seconds we have the flow path along with some basic dimensions and the estimates of stage efficiency and RVT star, which is like the work coefficient of the impeller. And as we scroll down, we have some more details on the individual components, such as the pressures and velocity triangles as well. And then do make sure that this option here is selected, as this will automatically export the parameterized meridional flow path for the impeller to TURBOdesign 1. And then finally, with a single click of this button, a TD1 file will be created for the impeller with all the relevant information, including the meridional geometry details, along with an XML file for the volute. And we also have this area plot option available. And with that information, we can then proceed to the 3D design of the impeller wheel in TURBOdesign 1.